Are you mad?
A lot of what has once been insane or wonderfully quirky has kind of seeped out of all of us.
Out of which orifice, I guess, would be my next question.
Right.
I do the show with him every night. He sits beside me. You know, we face forward, and he does his thing. And
we know he's dead, right? That's okay. He's dead.
No.
I heard a story that the sleeping bag that you sleep in the alley just behind the theater was actually sewn for you by Marco. Is that true?
It was actually. It's partially sewn and partially knit. There was a big sale on yarn at Dresso where he frequents, and yeah, it's got a really nice knit lining, and it's really special.
Right. Is now a time to burn that sleeping bag?
Oh no, not at all. I'm gonna cherish it for a really long time. I might wash it, but I'm not gonna burn it.
Why don't you think they told you?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I did the show with Marco, and I just thought it was another Marco, you know, because my Marco, I see him.
Is there a reason they may have withheld news of his death from you?
I don't think so.
Miss Kendall Diebold Diablo 2 came to me concerned that none of the cast or crew had informed her that Mr. Sariano had died. But upon further investigation, I discovered her role in the play was so insignificant that the rest of the cast and crew had developed a kind of tunnel vision about her. You know, the kind you develop around homeless people. They're just so insignificant, you start to ignore them after a while.
Sarah Scouten, assistant stage manager, taking the time to talk to us. Very brave of you. If you ever need to call me at any time, I'm going to give you my card with my phone number and my home phone and my cell phone. But now, to talk about Marco.
Okay.
Were you and Marco close?
Well, yes. On stage, like, I would sweep around him, and I mean, sometimes I'd get up to like 2.5, maybe 3 feet away from him, and that...
Physically?
Yeah, physically, and it was really, really cool.
You had a physical relationship?
Well, I suppose that's all you could have really called it, yeah.
So your relationship was physical? You're going to go on the record saying that you had a physical relationship?
Absolutely.
With Marco Soriano?
I had a physical relationship with Marco Soriano.
Right, okay. Mm-hmm. Do you find men that look like me attractive?
It's just odd having somebody kind of disappear. It's like a...
Like a ghost fading into the night.
Well, no. Not at all, really. It's more like...
Fair enough.
Kind of burning a piece of your carpet and just forgetting why you did it. Something. It feels very weird. I started crying once, and I thought, like, finally this is because of Marco, but it was because of something else.
I describe this case as if Marco's body was a cookie jar in a room filled with grotesquely obese children. It really could have been anybody.
You're organizing Marco's funeral,
Yes.
Making the arrangements. Has that been difficult?
Yes, it has been, but I have had a great deal of help from the Italian community, including a bunch of his friends that he did the Best Italian Variety Show ever with, and they're putting on a Commedia dell'arte piece. And
Sorry, your hair is just in the way. Could you just move it like that? Yeah, so we get a better...
I'm sorry, I just...
Yeah, I'm sorry, go on.
And Emilio's doing a bunch of stuff. We're actually shutting down a few blocks of Main Street where he used to
Could you
shop.
cheat toward the camera a little bit? Not just a little.
Look, I'm sorry. This is a hard time, okay?
I understand that, but we are trying to be professional here. Please, just toward the...
Are you trying to be
Am I asking too much?
Yes, I think at this moment you possibly are.
Okay, go on, please.
Sir, we're not through with you. We're going to get to the bottom of this. Get to the bottom. Just get out. Just get out. Get out. Get out. We're going to find out the truth if we have to plow through all of you. So I guess we're almost done with footage, eh? Got a lot. Hang on. Let's try this. Oh, here he is here, eh? Hey, Marco, how are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good.
Oh, yeah? So, who murdered you?
Oh, it was that idiot, the big idiot with the beard. The guy who wouldn't let you touch his sword.
Oh, you mean Colby? Colby, did you murder Marco?
I'm not gonna lie, I've only been to that theater once, and that was when we picked up the body. Part of me thinks I should probably be asking questions, but another part of me just wants to go to Denny's and call it a business lunch.
Ryan, I'm told by his close confidants that Marco Soriano not only knew your name, he mentioned it at least twice throughout his life. What was it like being that close to such a great man?
Well, I talked to him on the phone once, and he's very intelligent. I learned a lot.
Good phone voice?
Yeah.
Sort of deep, good, nice baritone?
Yeah, I wish I had that nice of a voice.
Yes, the quality of someone's voice on the phone is often the very window into their soul. One phone conversation, enough to get to know Marco Soriano?
I believe that we might have been brothers in another life, possibly.
Literally?
Possibly.
His memory, will it live on in your home?
No. Marco was like a bright light. No, no, more like a pen light, you know? Just a speck of light, and he'll live on, that tiny, tiny light. A light you might use to find something you've lost.
He might be the object that you use to locate the toilet in the middle of the night.
Oh, definitely, yes, definitely. Like when he was alive.
Sarah, Marco lives on in all of us. You might say, by extension, he lives on in me. So...
Did you even know him?
No, I didn't. Do you find that you have been expelling grief?
I think I laughed for a long time on Tuesday, kind of probably for the same reasons.
Okay. Have you ever wanted to wear Marco's skin?
Like I was saying, I think everyone has felt that feeling for who they idolize. I'm pretty sure we've all felt about it, that shiny dome of a head of his, kind of this beacon of inspiration for all of us. All.
Right, and that beacon does shine on after his passing.
I'll make sure it does.
But back to Marco, being buried with most of his prized possessions, those possessions are right now being kept in a lockbox in your dressing room.
Yes.
Why not somewhere safer?
The dressing room is quite safe. It's locked during the show. It's locked up at night. Everyone respects it and knows there's several doors anyone would have to get through. It's quite a safe place.
I'm certainly not insinuating anything, but just make a comment here. How do we know that all of those valuables will be in the lockbox when it goes into the ground?
Well, why wouldn't they?
I don't know.
You can't die in the middle of a run. What kind of professionalism is that, right? He's an equity actor. You don't die. It's in the contract.
Is it true that the lumber for the set was purchased from your brother's lumber industry business?
I got no comment on that.
No?
The contents are kept in the lockbox. They will be moved once the casket's ready.
But you can't keep them if you put them in the casket and it gets buried. Well, I'm sorry, we were just under the impression that you were going to keep those things away from Marco and his family.
You're idiots.
We want to see it. The public has a right to see the stuff that you have that I am convinced you're auctioning off on eBay under the alias I have Marco Soriano's stuff 42 at hotmail.com.
If you want to see the stuff, go to my dressing room and see the stuff.
Yeah, well, see, that's kind of a catch-22, isn't it? Because you have the keys to your dressing room, you're not letting anybody into the dressing room, and you're telling me that I can go and look at it. But really, I'm just going to be like a fly running into a window over and over again, throwing myself against that door like an idiot.
Isn't that kind of like your daily life anyway?